Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing this Wednesday? Let's see who we got in the chat. We got Marianne Bimler and Forced Nurture by Jay McKee. That's new to me. Oh, that's you. Is that you? He's down in the basement already. He did say he was using a different link or whatever. We got Arlene, and we've got Todd Legendist. You'll be happy to know that we've got Salisbury in here tonight. We got Linda Peterson and Heather Lanscombe. Good evening. Thanks for coming in, everybody. There's Linda Peterson and Bill from My Alaska. There's my buddy Chris. Hope you're feeling better, or hope you feel better tomorrow. That's Adventure Awaits. We got Rebecca Touched by Yarn. There's Ann Dale. She's got her jammies on. Susie Jacobson. Good evening. All right, it looks like I'm caught up a little bit, so we'll get Jay in here. He's going to tell us a little bit about what he does. Hey there.
How you going, everyone?
You all set? You got your sound?
Yes. Hopefully everyone can understand me. I'll try and talk a little bit slower.
Yeah. So we met. I know of him through Chris Bailey Woodworks, and he's going to tell you a little bit about what he does.
All right. I make non-toxic water-based stains, paints, and refillable textures. And there's my logo there. If I can keep my hands still enough. See? Yeah. There. Look. I'm absolutely obsessed with colors, so it seemed the right business to get into.
Oh, that's awesome.
These are the textures that I have. Yep.
Now, is that an oil base? Are all your colors dyes, or no? You have different varieties of stuff?
I have recently brought out a new range that is, it's not a dye, basically. You have to give it a really good shake every time when you use it.
Oil based?
No, water based still. I want to keep everything water based and non-toxic as much as I can.
That's right. You just said that.
I've got one here that I haven't shaken up deliberately, so you might be able to see the sediment sitting on the sides. It's like a lighter. Anyway, you might not be able to see it, but can you see the lighter sediment sitting on there? Yeah, that's it before it's been shaken up. It's got a ball in there. You can hear the ball. Yeah,
I never thought of acrylics or dyes having a ball, but
one coat won't completely cover wood, but 2 coats will, definitely.
Yeah. Does that last pretty long?
Yes, it's waterproof when it dries.
I mean the actual pen itself, as far as it go far?
Sorry, I color in nearly every night on an adult coloring in book, and I've been using one pen, and the one group of pens, and I've probably got about a quarter left in the bottom, and I've been using it for about 6 months, maybe a little bit. So you get a fair bit out of it.
So you work You work mostly out of Instagram?
I work mostly from Facebook, Instagram, and I'm trying to get my YouTube channel up so I can do some lives of me mixing colors and various stuff like that.
Well, that's awesome. Hey. That's Johnny Gilliam is in here, and Old Man King Homestead. Good evening.
And I'm based in South Australia. We ship worldwide, but Bailey Woodworks is our US distributor, who is currently having some stock sent out to him. So he'll have stock within just under a month.
Oh, so I can get it from him.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. I'm
That's
trying
awesome.
to get,
Be interested in trying that.
yeah, I want to try and get a distributor in each country if I can, just to cut down on shipping costs for everyone, because it's a minimum of $20 from Australia to anywhere in the country, in the world. So
Yeah, I could imagine the shipping is crazy.
yeah.
Fisherman 506 is in here, and there's Troy Sutton. Good evening.
There's
Lori prepping for heaven, and Ace.
that's one of the bottles. That's the size bottle that I do. It's a 100 ml bottle. Try and get some light on this to get a bit of color into it for you. There, you can see it at the top.
Oh, so those pens are refillable.
Yeah, this one is actually the paint. This one. I've got another version that I make for the textures, because this stuff will just block up the textures. So it's the same. It'll dry, waterproof. Yeah, I got a yellow. Got yellows. I got 12 different colors. Couple of lighter colors like a light blue, red, pink, purple, black, light brown, dark brown. Chris won't have all the colors straight away. It's basically a test order just to see how he goes first.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's definitely going to get fully stocked up within a couple of months, definitely.
Empty Homestead, your guest talks funny.
Yeah, sorry.
No,
I'm
just your accent. She's being funny.
That's right. Yeah, I'm from the future.
You're from the future? Yeah, almost a whole day, it seems like.
I'll give you the lottery numbers if you need them. We'll go Harvey's, eh?
What time is it there now?
It is 1:38 p.m.
Yeah.
On Thursday.
Wow. Yeah, Radio Jonesy is down there, and the community knows who he is. So we're a little familiar with your accent, I guess. There's the small woodlot. He's in here. We got a couple of makers in here. That's awesome. There's another one, Matthew.
Here you go, Matthew. I've got a limited edition color. It's black, and it dries with a gold fleck.
Oh, really? That sounds cool.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
I got to get going on that, because there's the whacking check.
And then as a different option, if you wanted to get your product on there a bit quicker than paintbrush or whatever, you got trigger.
Yeah.
And it's got a on-off switch on it, so you don't, if you knock it over, you don't spray everything you're not meant to. You know? That works pretty good.
Yeah, I saw him use that. That is pretty cool.
And
for some of you makers that are in the chat, you might want to. We got to get your link up. How do we get your link up? What link is?
Shopify.
Shopify.
Yeah, it's on the Shopify. Sorry, I haven't got a link. I should have done that. But.
Well, that's okay. You can always do it next time.
We are selling. Chris and I both be selling cordless airbrush kits. Sorry, I should say. I've put the biggest tank on this one just because I can. That's what it looks like. That's it. That's the whole thing right there.
I bet that distributes nicely with the airbrush.
Oh, it's excellent. It works great. I'll put some in there and do a bit of a test for you if you like.
What types of materials do your dyes work well with the most? Wood and what?
Wood and models. The stain and the stain works quite well, and pens work quite well with detailing in models, like when you're making corners darker and stuff like that.
Oh, very cool.
A lot of model train users use that kind of stuff. And this actually has two models on it. This one, 2 speeds rather.
Yeah.
So it goes has a 27 psi and 23 psi or something like that.
There's Bailey Woodworks himself.
Yeah. Is this what it sounds like? If you can hear that, it's not.
Like an annoying gnat.
It's nice and quiet. You can airbrush inside. It's good. Don't get a mess. It's got a little adjuster back there.
That's something that I've had on my mind to use. We'll see if I get into that airbrushing. I'll definitely be interested in checking out the pins. Chris is not that far from me. I mean, 3 hours tops.
Yep.
Maybe 3.5.
Cheap postage.
I gotta probably go past him when I go to Bar Run Forge in April.
There you go.
So if anybody else wants to come up and talk with me and Jay, there's Bailey Woodworks. He hasn't showed his picture, so I don't know if he's ready to come up yet.
I'll give this a test.
How are you doing, Johnny Gilliam? I know that you're dealing with stuff like frozen water and cows and cars that don't work.
Right.
Trucks that don't work.
You see the glitter in that?
Yeah.
That's that black paint.
Wow.
I put a little bit through the airbrush.
I didn't know that an airbrush would put glitter through, but I guess it does.
This is really fine, this stuff. So it's food grade, so it's nice and fine and not like that big stuff.
Last Breath Wordworks. Good evening. Hey, y'all, just wanted to see what this is all about. Well, why don't you come up on panel if you want and see what it's all about? Bailey's trying to get in here. Something must have went wrong. He went out of the green room for a second there. I'm sorry if I'm like cutting you off because it's the delay. There's a delay and
yeah, it's all good. It's fine. I got to go and wash this out. All right.
All righty. I was going to do it just audio, but it was echoing. Give me 10 minutes or so. Sure thing. Go ahead. You think Jennifer Ocean Holmstead, you mean? Is that who you're talking about, Lori? Have I said hi to Lori prepping for heaven? I said hi to Heather. I'm going to be working on an old Ford truck and we'll be needing oil or suspended colors. (1917) Ford. Wow. Wow. Now, did you just cut out?
I did that.
Oh, you did that.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. So you say it's non-toxic, so it's food safe?
Definitely.
Did you put it on an egg for Easter?
Yeah. Look, the only test I haven't done is drank it because I don't think people want to see it coming out in a different area, in a different color. So I've got 4 cats, and they're always finding ways to get into my colour wherever I leave it. So there's been a lot of paw prints everywhere. So, and there's nothing happened to them.
Good evening, Jeff Killian. Nice to see you in the chat.
And I've got a face painting company that's inquiring about it at the moment. So that's how safe it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Doug Miller Woodworks. Doug Miller at Wood Spun Round, right?
Yep.
How you doing? Good evening.
Hey, I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Oh, cool. We're going to have some, because I think Bailey's going to try to get in here too.
How you going, Doug?
Howdy do. How are you?
Good.
So tell us what you've been doing. How was everything with your holidays and your New Year and whatever in the last bit? Busy?
Yeah, holidays and New Year went great. I just noticed something. Let me turn my camera around there. There we go. That should work better.
You're the first person I've ever seen be able to do that.
Well, I'm on my phone, so just a matter of turning it from one direction to the other. But yeah, holidays went well. They were really busy, but good. We got to see all the family, so life is good, man.
Yeah, we had our nephews come up from North Carolina, and it was nice. It was really nice to see them and hang out and go out to dinner and stuff.
We did have
Put your channel names up. Yep. Okay, just a second. Let's see. Channel names. Boom.
There we go. We did have one big event take place last week. My son left for Fort Sill, Oklahoma to go into basic training. He has joined the Kentucky National Guard. He's going to be in the jazz band for them. So he's got to go through basic training just like everybody else. So,
awesome.
Yeah, learned today that he actually is in basic. Spent a week in reception, and now he's at basic and looks like he's having a good time.
Now, for those who weren't here when you were here the last time,
yeah,
give them a little spiel on what you do.
Okay, I am a wood turner. I turn bowls and plates and pans and goblets, and tonight I turned a what I call a double hollow form. In fact, let me reach over here and grab it. It's just 3 steps away. Be right back.
Sure.
There's my blue. Just painted on. You can just paint it on. I don't know if that's coming out blue for you, but
that's an aqua blue.
It's actually just a straight blue, but I think the color of the wood it's going on to white cedar.
Sweet. You ready, Johnny? Johnny?
Doug? Oh, there's Johnny. Okay.
Now we got the homesteaders and the makers in here. Well, they're all saying to me. All saying to me.
I don't know how much of a homesteader I am.
You're a cow truck car guy.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a lot of there's maker stuff.
Hey, that's nice, Doug.
That's a little piece I did today. A nice little bird's mouth hollow form, but it's hollow that direction too.
Oh,
cool.
Wow, look at that.
There's a hollow branch. And I was thinking about it earlier. If I had a bigger piece with a hollow in it, it'd work just that same way, just be bigger is all.
Or if you filled it with resin and put something in the center.
That's what I was thinking. I was sitting there thinking the same thing. Fill that dude with resin and hollow it out, and then it'd look really cool.
Well, that's beautiful on its own. We're not saying change it. We're just saying that you could do that again. Do it again.
There's only one problem with that. I don't do resin.
You don't do resin? No, there is no problem with that. Some people don't like resin.
Well, I don't like the mess.
Yeah.
Because you can't put it out. I can't sweep it up with the wood shavings and put them in the compost pile.
Well, I actually collected some grapevine stumps out there that I thought were interesting. And I think, well, they're a little dry and cracky, so I don't know. They might not even make it on the lathe unless I did.
I've turned plenty of those.
Resin. What's that?
I've turned plenty of grapevine and it comes out nice. The splits are very stable. You don't have to put any glue or resin or anything in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Johnny, you got your truck running, and what was wrong with the tractor? Obviously, or something, because you would have pulled your truck out.
The diesel gelled up in it, and so when the diesel gelled up in the tractor, I didn't really have much of any. I thought I didn't have much of anything out there to get it working, but after my last video, I went back out there, it warmed up a few days. I did a few things and I got it started. I've got I videoed the stuff that I did to get it started, so I've got that. My dually, of course, wouldn't move in the snow. That was stuck. And my 3/4 ton has gone to the shop now, so it's going to be coming out. So hopefully the next big snow, I've got the big 3/4 ton there.
Things happen in threes, don't they?
Well, that's the way it works, Brian, because
it does.
I knew it was going to snow, but I go, I'll just drive my dually. It'll be fine. I'll just park it. I'll have my tractor there to do everything that I want to do with the tractor. Well, that didn't work out, did it?
I don't feel like a
homesteader. Stranded.
I don't feel like a homesteader much either, but I get all that stuff because I still do it. Bailey, don't hesitate to come up because there's people up here. We're going to all be up here just fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Just
it's
fine.
All good.
How about the 50 people? So Jay and Doug, do you know of each other at all?
I know Jay from when he was doing earworming for Robo. Yeah. That's about it.
Oh, that's cool. Well, even in the homesteading community, we don't all know everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know what? I've been searching to get into the makers community, and I couldn't find it. I couldn't find people that did lives that were under like 70 to 100,000 subscribers, and when you get into channels like that, you can't even communicate very well.
Right.
But it was really nice when I did start meeting some of these channels that were small enough to have a nice communal chat, just like the community I'm in with the homesteaders. I love it.
Sure.
I got a meetup coming. What state are you in again? You're in Ohio, right?
I'm in Kentucky.
You're in Kentucky.
I'm close to Ohio.
Our flipping farmstead is in here. And let's see. Let me catch up and see who's in here that maybe I missed.
There's Ann Dale.
I got her in the beginning. And she already had her jammies and lipstick off.
No, did she already? She's already. Yeah, that's the way she is.
She comes. It's Wednesday night. She goes, "Oh my God, Brian's on, and I don't have my jammies on."
Thank you, Evelyn. Evelyn's throwing up some meetups that Brian isn't going to be at.
Okay, let's get this straight, Johnny, because you've been hinting at it. You know the circumstances, and I'm going to see you just the same. I will be. You know,
I heard you're coming to Mid-America.
Yes, aren't you going?
Yeah.
Well, then I'll see you just the same as if I were to go to Tim Killer. Because if I went to Tim Killer, I wouldn't be going to Mid-America. So that was one or the other.
Yeah, I know what.
What? Who are you laughing at now?
Well, look at her. She's right behind me. She's doing the.
Brian.
Look at that book. She's got it all planned out in that book. Oh, she's got my shirt on too.
Yes, my pajamas. Well,
No,
Brian, I was hoping
you-
you would get to come to our house in, April, and I'd make you some venison steak and
I
mashed
can't see you in May.
You can. He said he can't
No,
see you
he
in
can't.
May.
Well, we can look at it this way. In April, you're going to be running the meetup. And you're going to be busy, and you're going to be running all over the place like a chicken with your head cut off. And then you go to the Mid-America, I can relax with you guys a little bit.
Yeah, we can relax.
Okay, you have me there. I agree.
So
Nice
I can enjoy it a lot better.
Okay, I'll get over it. I'll get happy in the same pants. I got aggravated. Smile, Brian. Smile.
We'll try to make some arrangements if you want to do something a little extra or whatever.
Todd was asking if I'm going to be doing the demo in Dayton Saturday. Yes, Todd, I am. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, what? Tell us about that.
Saturday from 11 to 2-ish at the Woodcraft, Dayton, Ohio. I'll be there demonstrating Easy Wood tools, which is just a line of carbide tools. So, yeah, that's what I'll be doing.
Cool. I wish I was closer to. Well, I will eventually find people that are closer to me that do stuff. And then maybe eventually we'll know enough people that we have a meetup.
Sure.
I just saw Amy. Amy's here.
Mhm.
And
Amy made it in.
Reverend Joe Jacobson. Or wait, I'm sorry. Let me see that again. Yeah, Jacobson.
Yeah.
What was that? And Leanne Gunther. Good evening. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Awesome.
I'm so glad she's feeling better.
I'm feeling better.
She's feeling better. I mean, she was down and out.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
Brian, I'm kind of teasing you, but I am looking forward to get to visit with everybody in May. That's my birthday, so I expect, something made of wood.
On your birthday?
She's expecting something made of wood, really pretty, she said.
Yeah.
Is it actually on your birthday?
No, my birthday is the 23rd. And our anniversary is 22nd. And actually, so anniversary present, birthday present, 2 presents made of wood, something really cool. I don't know. What could that be?
Also, your meetup is only like 2.5 weeks before. So you can wait
That's
a
beautiful.
little bit longer.
That'll work right
Okay,
there.
you can send me something. I'll bring it with me for you.
Well, see, whenever you come in May, it's going to be right there around it. I mean,
Yeah.
you're going to be there almost at her birthday. Where she's getting at.
Well, I will get with you and make arrangements and see what we can do.
Brian.
Leanne says it's good to glad
Aww.
to see you
Hi,
feeling better.
Leanne. Thank you. I know I'm not looking like I feel better, but I feel a lot better.
She does. She's
Ever get the shop?
Yeah, she was out there trying to kill a bobcat a while
Hi,
ago that
Heather.
was trying to get her chickens.
Woo. It was
So-
big.
Yeah.
That first video, the first video I really have to put out that has anything to do with the lathe is making a stand for it to be on.
Yeah.
I have this table, but it's up to my chest almost, and I know that's
Heather.
not origamic. What's that word? Origamically? No, that's
Ergonomic.
orgonomic. Orgonomic.
Origami.
Up like this.
Or origami. Origami's that Japanese
Yeah.
Okay,
tree
I know.
Let's fold paper into
It's
a
pretty cool
goose.
too.
You know that
Thank y'all for the
Mr.
prayers.
Miyagi stuff.
There you go.
What is this? My wife is also a 523 birthday and we also celebrate our anniversary. Well, no, it's a small world. Well, no, it's the small wood lot.
Yeah, the small wood
But it's a
lot.
small world though. The same birthday thing. Our anniversary is the 22nd, the day before. So would that be not cool if that was your anniversary too?
Didn't you
Okay, well,
come
I
to the
would-
Mid-America meetup on your anniversary?
Our anniversary is the 22nd,
But that's
and her birthday is the 23rd. And
Remember-
what is it? The 16th, 17th, 18th, or something like that is whenever the Mid America is.
I think so.
Hey,
I
Amy.
really have to sit down and start figuring out what I'm going to do because I'm going to have to get some hotel rooms. You guys don't know what I go through to come down there.
Yeah, we do. We've been places before, Brian. It's not like you're the
By
only
myself.
person who's ever
By myself.
been anywhere.
No. My route might be a little different. It was nice stopping and seeing Byron Forge, but I'll be seeing him directly
Yeah.
the month before. So
You'll be so sweet. I know how to do that Jap.
Japan thing. I know how to do that Japan thing. Which Japan thing is that?
I know. I get a little worse since it was Linda. It's like kind of like.
So
follow
one
that.
question I have for Jay up here is because I don't think if you said it, I totally missed it. Do you actually make the dyes yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
That's
I
cool.
think you said that, but I wanted to make sure. That's awesome. So you're the manufacturer.
Yeah. The face painting company that I've been talking to, they use a airbrush paint, and they said I'm the only airbrush manufacturer in South Australia. So that's a win.
Excellent.
go.
Yeah.
They normally order it from the other side of the country, and it takes X amount of days to get there, where I can deliver it for free. And yeah.
So Doug, do you ever use color in your woodworks?
I do, and I've been inquiring from Jay and from Chris Bailey both about these colors. I've been using some that I really like, but I want to try some of Jay's colors because they're a bit brighter, and so I'm going to try them out and see how they do.
Wow.
And
When Bailey Woodworks does those tops and he uses those dyes,
Yeah.
he is getting so much because what he does basically is he's doing these tops. Have you seen him? I'm not
Yes.
sure. Okay. And he'll pump out like 5 or 6 of them. Some people don't know the story, so I'm going to tell it anyway. And the more he does, the better. I mean, you could give him some colors and he will pick the pattern it's the way he picks his patterns are really cool.
Yeah, he does a great job.
And I've seen the improvement from when I started watching him to now, and like every one of them looks really cool.
And that's with anything really. The more you do it, the repetition is what helps you learn how to do it better and better every time. So, yeah, absolutely.
So in the chat we have Arizona Roots, Arkansas Branches out there, which would be Back to Good. Rachel. Hi, Rachel. How are you doing?
Yeah, I did see. I was going to say hi to Back to Good as soon as
Hi,
I
Todd.
had a break. Hi.
Yeah, I don't know how many people know Robbo. Probably only Doug.
Yeah.
He was my turning teacher, probably mentor as well. His mad obsession was to get the brightest, most iridescent yellow possible. So that was one of my main goals. Was when I did these colors, was to make sure I did something that he'd been trying to do for X amount of years. So
Yeah, that's what Chris was saying or showing, not saying.
Yeah, yellow's a tough color. It's typically so thin that you just see straight through it. And what you're putting out, Jay, is a good one from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, and this one here is my newer mix, so you can't see through it like the ones that Chris has got. So it gives it much better coverage.
Right.
I've got it on my website. I haven't got heaps of it made, but it doesn't take me long to make it.
So an airbrush or whatever that you use probably doesn't clog very easily, does it?
No.
It probably stays pretty fluent.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fluid?
Yeah.
Fluent?
Yeah. It works quite nicely. I was a bit hesitant, but I thought, well, I sell the airbrushes, so if one breaks, I'll just grab another one.
There you go.
It was fine. It worked fine.
You don't ever do airbrushing, Johnny, on your cars or anything like that?
No, I don't do any airbrushing. I'm gonna do some decal work and stuff like that. We're gonna change it up this year. I'm just waiting on getting the electric hooked up in the shop so I can start heating it a little bit, and then I'm gonna we're actually gonna do all the judge stripes and everything like that on there, and try to get it, a little bit more correct. So,
Do you have a panel box out there yet? Or you still have to dig and trench and all that stuff?
yeah, we got to dig a trench and all that stuff. I'm supposed to. I think Joey from Joe Fix It For You. I think he's coming from Georgia as soon as we get into some kind of a decent weather, because right now I think they're dealing with being completely frozen up over there where they are in Georgia. And, they live off grid, so it's real hard to, unthaw when things freeze up, it's hard to unthaw, and they are frozen solid out there. And they don't even have phone service right now. Something about Verizon is out in just north of Atlanta. The Verizon service is out. They can't even call from there. So that's weird, but it is what it is, What service do you have, Brian?
What?
What phone service?
Oh, Spectrum.
Spectrum? Okay. But we have AT&T, and it seems to work pretty much everywhere.
Yeah. That's what I use as well, AT&T.
Yeah, it just seems to work. I mean, everywhere we've been, it seemed to be pretty good. But yeah, he's gonna drive out. We've already got the box. We've got all the breakers. We've got everything all set up. We just gotta get the trench dug, get all the wiring done and stuff like that. I've already started building. I've already started building shelves and things like that in there, the work benches and stuff. So
And Jeff Killian says he has a tin can in the spring.
yeah, I tell you what, I think Joey thinks they got a tin can and a string over there now.
Jeff Killian, I hope you're coming to that meetup, the gathering at Bar on Forge. I'd like to see you again. What?
I was going to tell Doug that turn that he did on that piece of wood that he was showing us a minute ago. Yep. That's really, really cool, because, that machinery can catch, on that hollow portion that you get, and you could end up, destroying it. But it did really, really good. I mean, yes. Excellent work there on that.
You have to be real light touching on that, don't you?
That is amazing. I mean, because that mill can catch that, and I mean, just.
Yeah, I was turning that at about 1,400 RPMs and hand tools, using carbide tools. So it was not too bad. It was not too bad. I've done worse.
Not small woodlot.
The small woodlot says, I have been watching turning videos for the single reason of returning to wood turning for the first time in 30 years for the most part. Well, last time I ever touched a lathe was in 8th grade. Or was it? Yeah, 8th grade. I did a screwdriver. I still have it somewhere. In fact, I could probably find it pretty quickly, because all my stuff from school and younger in one spot.
Johnny still has all his stuff from school.
Yeah, I'm still using my skill saw from high school.
1980.
Yeah. Funny. I kept everything that I could from as far back as I could remember as a child, all the way up to high school, and then nothing after that. Because I don't need to keep any more of this stuff, but I did want to keep all that. I mean, I've got my Tonka trucks and all that stuff.
That's cool. So I was gonna try to find the bow that Johnny made me, my self bow, but I can't locate it right now.
See,
See,
you made a bow, huh?
yeah, he's made several bows.
I've made a lot. I've made a lot of bows.
But
I need to show you my bow.
mine's called
the
Maid
bows.
Marian.
I need
That's
to
your
show you
homework next week. You
because
got to
the
bring on
bows
your
are
bow.
actual
Show me
works
what you
art.
did.
They're single. We go down to a single.
That's maker crap right there.
Yeah, that's maker stuff right there. But
they're beautiful.
they are. They turned out really
One
nice.
was a birthday present. Her name's Maid Marian. She's a longbow. And then you made one for our youngest daughter. And then I think that one with the snake skins in the bedroom. But
Oh, is it?
yeah, you wanted me to get it?
Yeah.
The dog catcher is in here.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that at all. That's
The dog catcher's in here correcting me on the origami stuff.
Mr. Miyaga did karate and
It says bonsai.
bonsai.
Bonsai wasn't that what they
Those
holler?
are trees. Those are those little tiny trees.
Yep.
All right, this one right here.
I have one. I should go get it just because
I need to redo the snake skin on it, but it's got a this velvet tail rattlesnake skin on it. But this is the bow. Where'd he go? I made something and he ran off.
He took a picture
Yeah,
show and tell when somebody's up in front. He's gonna go get it.
I think he went to grab his bonsai.
Oh, he went
Oh,
to
he has a bonsai?
he has a bonsai plant.
Well, that's
I excused myself before you did that.
But anyway,
Wow.
see
Wow.
there's the handle. It's all hand. I did used a draw knife. It's all one grain on the back. Of course, it's got this is rattlesnake skin, but I need to redo it. It's a velvet tail rattler, and then of course you can see all the grain in it right across there. That was all done with a draw knife.
Bearded Viking Woodworks is in here. Hello.
So I have made a lot of things. I actually killed a deer with this one. So
That's beautiful, Johnny. You've been holding out on me. I've all these months.
there's a bunch more of them around here. I got into a kick of that, and I would go out and cut out. Yeah, you got some of the arrows. No, there's some arrows in there, in that quiver. Arrows, all kinds of stuff. But the I make these out of Osage orange, boat arc, however you want to call it, hedge apple, etc. And they shoot pretty good. I actually had two that have won cornstalk shoots at the Cherokee Nation that I've made.
Huh.
Guys that use them.
Yeah, you're not one of those.
Oh yeah, here's some of the arrows that I've made. And
People are saying your bow is gorgeous.
check that out.
Very nice.
That's rock.
Yeah, you don't make anything, do you?
No, I'm not a maker.
You made that rock.
I know.
What do you think? Doug? What do you think, Doug?
Yeah.
I think he does do it. I think he's doing a great job.
So
We're not
but
being
anyway,
I made the leather bag too.
Yeah.
well, this bag is really cool. I think I won this.
No, yeah, but no, a friend made it for you. Get it to you.
Oh, I thought I won
Well,
that.
no, you did. No, you did win it. Yeah, they gave.
Yeah, I won this one, but it's got an antler tip right there. The guy made it all out of leather and everything. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, yeah, we made a few things, in the past. It's
Thank you, Heather.
just saying.
So how you doing, Bearded Viking Woodworks? That's Daniel. He made a taco taco rack and lantern in his last. Well, it wasn't his last video, but it was one of his last videos. I told him I now I need to go sit by the glow of a lantern and eat tacos.
Oh, Jeff Killian, you said whenever you were an archery instructor for BSA merit badge, one of the requirements to make the bowstring. I don't know if you're talking about making it from like squirrel hide or something like that, because, you know, spiral cut squirrel hide, et cetera, like some people have made. But I made the bowstrings for these, but it's not out of squirrel hide. I twisted it. I did all the string work and stuff like that. But anyway, we did it all. I'm telling you, I used to make all my own arm guards. And all that stuff, but you know, get older, do other things. Purchase components, yeah, we did. I've got a actual string board out there where you can make all different lengths of string, just by moving pegs on it. So anyway,
I wonder if a grapevine would be good for making a bow because it has flex in it, or would it just be too?
It's too weak. It's too weak and it's too soft.
Yeah, even if after it hardens and everything.
It's too weak and it's too weak and too soft. It'd be too brittle. When you need something that's got a lot of spring. Hickory and not all hickory actually makes really good bows, but you know, hickory make bows. Bodark is like the ultimate here in our area.
Right.
It's hard to break one of these, and they get stronger as they dry. These bows do. Like this one here, I think whenever I built it, it was, I want to say 68 at 28 pounds, 68 pounds at 28-inch draw. And right now it's probably 70 or 72 pounds at 28.
Wow.
So they gain weight as they dry.
Right.
So, but I need to string it up and shoot it. I haven't shot it in a long time.
Right. That bodark's a lot easier to turn when it's younger, you know, when it hasn't dried so much. Once it dries, it's a joy. It's a real joy to turn.
Well, I can tell you the log that this came out of was about an 18-inch log.
Yeah.
In diameter. And I cut it into staves. So I had, you know, quarters is what I cut it into. Then I threw it in the pond, threw all that stuff in the pond, sunk it, left it in the pond for about 6 months, drug it out of the pond. And the reason why you do that, you know, you're talking about drying this wood so you can work it and stuff like that. But the reason you do that is because the water replaces the sap in the wood. Water is easier to dry than sap. Absolutely. So you laying it, you know, putting it underwater, let it soak up all the water. All the sap gets, you know, leached out of it into the pond. Then you bring it out, it'll dry real good. The water dries out of it real good, and then you can really start working it and stuff like that. So
absolutely,
that makes total sense, but I never would have thought about it.
Yeah, I have known of some turners who did that. They had a pond on their property, and so they would buy logs or cut trees, cut them into lengths, and take them out and sink them down into the bottom of their pond for, like Johnny said, 6 months, a year. They don't rot that way because there's no oxygen, but it does drive the sap out of the wood, replaces it with water. The water evaporates a lot faster without causing checks.
Right,
so it's
exactly.
a great way to dry your wood.
Johnny's in, or not John, Tony's in here.
Hey, Tony.
Good evening. Yeah, I guess that's why you could have wood that's been underwater for a long time. And petrified. Yeah. Have you ever got to work with that?
Yes, I've got some bodark out there right now in the pond where the cattle are, that has been there for 20 years now.
Oh my goodness.
And I bet you anything I can make a bow out of it. I ought to make a video.
That would be so cool.
Oh, Christine, you have to come back because I'm going to make you laugh.
Oh, you better come back. He's going to make you laugh. I'm serious. I think that if I grab that boat arc out of the pond, it's been there 20 years, and make a video out of and build a bow out of it and see,
I bet
if anybody likes it. Huh?
I bet it'd be a good boat.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind getting a chunk of it and turn it.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I've got some.
You ready? You ready, Christine?
I'm ready.
Okay, we were talking about bonsai trees. Now, okay, I'll tell the backstory. I bought this bonsai tree in 2012, and for the longest time, I mean, I would neglect the crap out of this thing, and it just, the leaves stayed green and everything. This last year, it finally gave up.
No.
Oh
I've
no.
never. That's a bonsai tree.
Well, it's a oh shoot, what was it called? It's a it's a typical bush that you would have out in your yard, but it was bonsai as far as how it was cut and whatever, and it never grew any bigger than this. I think even with the leaves being green, I think it was already dead.
That's really. It's even worse than Charlie Brown's Christmas tree. I'm sorry. You're hurting my gardener heart.
I'll bring it to you, and you
No,
can.
I don't want. It's got some disease. You keep it there.
Hey, it lived for 12 years before it started looking like this.
You know what? When I moved up south or north for work, I had some house plants in here. They were like peace lilies that we, grandmother's funerals, things like that. Johnny thought they had died while I was gone, so he threw them outside in the pots, just to put the pots outside. Those things came back. Just give it absolutely no attention. Don't even look at it and see what happens. Just throw it outside, Brian, and just see what happens.
I neglected the crap out of this.
Well, nature will do better than you with that.
Well, there was a time it was in my house next to my kitchen sink. So at least it got some attention there. But then we brought it out here, and I totally forgot about it.
Yeah.
Lori,
Poor thing.
Lori, maple is a pretty soft wood, and I don't know if it would memory on you whenever you try to build a bow out of it, because some woods will just, whenever you start drawing them and stuff like that, they gain memory of that, and then they're just they take a set is what they call it. So I don't know about maple. Maple's pretty soft. I mean, maple is one of them. It's like a weed tree, really. I mean, silver maple, they just break. They're pretty easy to break. They are pretty.
There, now it's watered.
There you go. You watered it for the first time.
Linda says I could bring it back.
Bring it back.
Bringing back the bonsai.
Yeah. Now, I have heard of people building oak bows, but oak bows are bad to take a set. They really, you string them up, and when you unstring them, they're still a bow. They're still arched. So, it can be done, but you lose cast. There's, you just don't have the cast with it. It's tough enough and it's strong enough. It just takes a set. Maple is great for baskets. Well, cool. I didn't know that. Grapevine's great for baskets.
Yeah.
See,
we're doing all this maker stuff, Brian. Isn't it cool?
Is that what it's called? It's a ficus, I think. That's what I was trying to think of the name.
There you go. Yeah.
It's a dead ficus. It's been ficus.
Oops.
Don't worry, Dexter. I'll take care of you better than that plant.
All right. We were talking about those trees being saved down in underwater. I've had some wood, not from Australia, but from New Zealand, Kari wood, that's been dug up out of the bogs. Same kind of principle. Hadn't been exposed to oxygen, sort of underwater, under mud anyway. You know, and they say it's thousands of years old. I don't think a lot of stock in that. It's old, but it turns great.
In fact, something I saw was they would find tree stumps in coal mines that were completely petrified.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
In the bog stuff in the bogs and stuff like that. Lori, maple is a hardwood in the fact that it is hard, except for the fact that it's also hard and brittle. Think of like an ice cube, you know, or an icicle. Icicle's hard, but it's really brittle. So in that aspect. And maple actually grows really fast, which is a sign of what I like to call a weed tree whenever they grow fast. Osage orange grows really slow.
Yeah.
You can buy old growth wood that's sunk in the Great Lakes, been there since the 17 and 1800s, right?
Well, that's where I actually heard of that. What is that called? They just call it petrified wood, don't they?
Sinkers.
It's not actually petrified because it's not taken. Petrified wood is wood that is changed to stone. It's basically turned to rock. But you can still actually work the wood that he's talking about. I mean, like you could turn it, you could do things with it. And anyway,
wow,
just saying, hard for me, Linda.
There are different kinds of maple too.
You water that.
Silver maple is terrible. It's a good wood to make things with, but not like a bow. But then you got some of the hard maples, like a rock maple is, you know, it's workable, but it's hard, really hard. But like I say, it tends to be brittle.
It'd break. You know, I think you would break it trying to flex it.
Yeah, to flex it, it's not. You don't want it for that.
The dog catcher says if you water the ficus and thin the tips, the branches will force and flush new growth. Huh. You know, I wouldn't be too surprised at that. Then it does have a couple of leaves that are still hanging on.
Little plant fertilizer, and
we'll see. You know what? We'll see if we can bring this sucker back to life.
There you go.
Oh, 10 o'clock. You guys can stay there on the thing for as long as you want, but we got to close out this live. So I want to thank everybody that came into the chat. Man, this was a good night for some new people. I hope you check out the channels that you see in the chat. And I want to thank my moderators for protecting my channel. Thank you, everybody that came up on panel. That's Jay, Doug, and Johnny. And we'll see you next week, Wednesday, 9 o'clock Central. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
Night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.